Is there such thing as a perfect foursome? One problem that many couples have shared with me, written to me about, and wanted to hear my thoughts on when I've met them in clubs is there such thing as a perfect foursome within the lifestyle, or are they simply asking too much? My name is Rosie Kay, and I'm an open relationship coach and ethical non-monogamy lifestyle expert. And over on my blog site, ThisKindaGirl.co.uk, I aim to banish the myths and the stigma associated with the swinger lifestyle and educate people as to who swingers really are. And today I wanted to talk about, is there such thing as a perfect foursome? Sometimes, if you've met with couples or you've been on a date with a couple or you've been talking to them online, you may have had a conversation which sounds a little bit like this. She's nice, but I don't fancy him. And then one of you says, shush, you can't say things like that. Well, I just did. No, you can't. It's rude. But it's the truth. I don't find him attractive. Now, the reason I use that example is because that's a very real conversation that I myself have had. And I ask you now, how many people watching this video, how many of us out there have had a conversation that sounds like that? Or how many of us have unwittingly, and I hold my hands up when I say this, have been the subject of that conversation ourselves? I can confidently say that that has been me on both occasions. And if you have ever attempted to swap with another couple, or meet with a couple for a vanilla date, whether that is something private or whether you've gone to a club to meet a couple, you will know how hard it is for everyone to tick each other's boxes, essentially. Speaking from experience, and I've been in the lifestyle for well over 10 years, I know how hard it is, and I've lost count the number of times that I have said, but I'm just not feeling it with him or with her, when scouring the alternative dating sites or after vanilla dates. Don't get me wrong, it's not that the swinger lifestyle is full of ugly or unattractive people. And it's not that we as swingers only want to swing with models or perfect people. We don't. Instead, finding another couple who you are compatible with, who are into the same things as you intimately, and who are both physically appealing and interested in the both of you, who you get on well with, it is really hard. And I remember a few years ago, I was in a relationship and we met a couple who had a very similar dynamic. Um, and we both found them attractive. We spoke to them, we got on quite well with them, and on paper, they appeared to talk the talk. So it appeared, and we were hoping that all of our boxes would be ticked. So we met them for a date, hoping that that time we would strike gold with this couple, only to walk away from the date agreeing that he was great, but something about her, it just didn't seem quite right. Now, were we being too picky? Were we looking for flaws, or should one of us taken one for the team? So I think that's something we can all relate to. And definitely, if you've been in the lifestyle, you will know that feeling of, shall I just take one for the team? Shall I just not say something? Shall I just kind of get on with it? And this is something which I do my best to educate people about, why you shouldn't do that, and the detrimental effect it can have on you and your relationship and the whole dynamic. So taking one for the team is not an option. So why is it so hard to find another couple who tick all your boxes within the lifestyle? As I've already said, finding another couple who you are compatible with, it is really hard, because here's the thing, there's four people with 4 boxes to be ticked. And because we are all individuals within our relationship, we all have different ideas on who and what we find attractive. Not everyone is looking for the same thing or is interested in somebody for the same reasons as their spouse or their partner might be. For example, a straight male doesn't have to find another straight male attractive in an intimate way, but there still has to be an element of likability. Essentially, he still has to gel with that other man. And even if the wife is giving the guy a big thumbs up, he's unlikely to say, yeah, sure, unless he also is feeling it. And it wouldn't be the same if it was a wife and a straight woman or a bisexual woman. Both partners have to be in agreement, essentially. That's what I'm trying to say. And even if one partner's giving a big thumbs up, unless the other partner is also on board, it can be really hard to make that dynamic work. We all have different ideas about who we find attractive and what we consider to be alluring. Sorry, what we find alluring. And I'm not going to apologize for my next sentence, okay? This may get a few people's backs up, but I'm just going to go with it. In many couples, lifestyle couples, it's the wife who is the more attractive one. I'm going to put that out there and I'm not going to take back those words. From experience and from what many couples have shared with me, it isn't easy to find a couple who are equally attractive. I'm going to put that out there. So many times I have heard we liked them, but he wasn't attractive or she struggled to fancy him. Why is this? Now, I can only speculate, but I believe because I haven't had I haven't done a survey of all people in the lifestyle, but I believe that women are perceived to be the more attractive partner in relationships, as essentially more people are attracted to women in the lifestyle. I don't need to tell you that within the lifestyle, it's a playground for bisexual women. All right. So take a typical Saturday night in a lifestyle club. There will be more people out there eyeing up the women than there will the men. So it could appear that a couple both fancy the woman in a couple more than her male partner. So much so that they may let the interest in that male partner fall by the wayside. Because essentially there's more women being checked out than there are men, because there's more people there who find women attractive. And I know that I have been guilty of this myself over the years. It wasn't in a case, it's not always been the case of a guy not being attractive, but more I wasn't overly interested in him. Another reason that men may not get the vote is that sometimes, and not every time, the female half of a couple may have put in a little bit more effort than the guy. This is why I always say that the most successful couples work as a team together to make it happen. They both dress well, they're both engaging, they can both hold great conversation, they're flirtatious, and they've both spent time on their appearance. Ask yourselves, are you both working together, or could one of you do a little bit more? I hope you've enjoyed this video. I do have lots of blog articles that you'll probably enjoy along the lines of kind of similar topics and different dynamics and why it is that people, why do things play out in certain ways in the lifestyle. If you would like to read them, then do please check out my site, ThisKindaGirl.co.uk, where you can find them. And this article in itself is one which I released over in TKG Club, which is my members community. And I talk about this topic at great length because it is something which I think a lot of people, they don't talk about very often, and it's something which is kind of apparent in the lifestyle, but we don't actually talk about it. So I wanted to make this video. If you've enjoyed it, then do please subscribe to my channel, or certainly give me a like anyway. I hope you will. And do please come and join me next time where I'm going to be talking about our swingers to Tuesday and what we can do to help ourselves along when we are meeting other couples. So do come and join me then, and I shall see you all next time.